I'm Randy and I make candy, and today I'm making bacon. Bacon candy, that is. Stick around. Greetings, my confectionery congregation, and welcome to Randy Makes Candy, where I help you make tasty treats that people love to eat. I don't know about you, but I do love me some bacon, and I'm pretty sure you know how I feel about candy, so I thought it might be fun to play around a little bit and see what we can come up with when we combine the two. I'm going to start by making actual candied bacon that combines sweet with heat. Then we're going to make even more bacon, and we're going to take that bacon and add chocolate and other yummy things, including a special guest ingredient that could blow your mind. Okay, let's make this happen. First, what do you need to create this? Don't worry about writing it down. Everything you need is listed below. You can also find this information at randymakescandy.com. Obviously, you're going to need bacon. It doesn't really matter what kind, but I like the thick cut because you need a goodly amount of smoky bacon to keep up with the sweet stuff we're adding to the mix. For the candied bacon, you'll need 4 slices of bacon, 32 grams of brown sugar, 80 grams of maple syrup, and 1/2 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. For the coated bacon, we're back to using the Ghirardelli melts. I wouldn't dishonor my bacon by using the cheap stuff. And then whatever else you want to top the chocolate or vanilla coating with, go crazy. This is going to be kind of like the Smetzels episode, where I give you some basic ideas, then hope that you'll run with it from there. If you come up with some tasty combinations, I hope you'll share them in the comments section. You'll also need a baking pan for cooking your bacon. I line my pans with foil, but that's optional. Something to melt your coatings in. I'm using ramekins, but you can use whatever you have handy. You'll need a way to get the coatings on the bacon. I'm going to apply it with a brush. That way I don't end up melting way more chocolate than I need. And you'll need something like parchment or waxed paper to put the coated bacon on after it's dipped or brushed. And that's it. Okay, let's make some candied bacon. Heat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Line a baking pan with foil and hit it with some nonstick spray. Combine the maple syrup, brown sugar, and cayenne pepper in a small bowl. Dip the bacon strips into the mixture, then strip off some of the excess before placing them on the baking pan. You can also brush the mixture on if you'd like. Bake for 15 to 20 minutes, rotating halfway through until the bacon is cooked the way you like it. Keep an eye on it. It'd be a shame to burn this, like I did here. When the bacon's ready, remove the pan from the oven, then take the bacon out of the pan and place it on a rack to cool. This is 15 minutes with a rotation. Much better. Now let's make more bacon. Man, I love my job. I'm doing 4 different coating combinations here. We've got milk chocolate with a vanilla drizzle, some chocolate peanut butter, milk chocolate with salted caramel, and white chocolate with sprinkles. Very special sprinkles. Again, bring your oven up to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. When I'm cooking regular bacon in the oven, I like to use a rack to keep it up out of the grease. Back in the oven for another 20 to 25 minutes. The cook time is going to depend on what bacon you use and your particular oven. The bacon I'm using here cooks perfectly in my oven in 23 minutes, usually. Sometimes the ends get a little extra crispy. When that happens, I just trim them off. I also cut my bacon in half before adding the sweets, but I won't judge you if you leave them whole. First, we'll do the milk chocolate with the vanilla drizzle. Melt your candy coating according to the directions on the package. I'm only doing a few pieces of bacon here, so there's no need for the heating pad to keep things melty like I showed you in the Butterfingers video. Brush or dip your bacon into the chocolate and place them on the parchment to set. As they're cooling, melt a little of the vanilla coating, then put it in a bag, snip a corner, and drizzle it over the chocolate-coated bacon. I go into a little more detail about this in the Smetzels video. Adding the vanilla drizzle changes the flavor profile a little bit, but mostly it makes it just look fancy. Next up is the chocolate peanut butter mix. Melt some of the milk chocolate wafers along with some peanut butter chips. I'm doing a 1-to-1 ratio here, but you can vary that depending on what you like. Again, coat your bacon and onto the parchment it goes. How's about some caramel? Melt your chocolate, apply it to the bacon, place it on the parchment. As it's cooling, melt some caramels. I'm using the last 2 of the salted caramels I made last week. Do the caramel the same way you did the vanilla drizzle. Melt it, bag it, squeeze it. Please be careful though, that caramel will still be pretty hot. I think this would have looked better if I'd combined the caramel with the vanilla coating, but I think the chocolate will taste better, so it's just a judgment call. Finally, get your sprinkles ready, then melt some vanilla coating and apply it to your bacon. Immediately add your sprinkles. Don't let the coating set or the sprinkles won't stick. Move it to the parchment to complete the set and you're done. Okay, these are ready. Let's try some. I'm not going to make you watch me eat all of these. I'll just do the candied and the sprinkled bacon. Sláinte mhath. Sweetness right off the bat, and the smoky. Then the heat comes in the back of the throat. Not crazy heat, but just enough to let you know it's there. Really tasty, obviously. Very good. Let's try the sprinkled bacon. Sláinte mhath. Obviously the sweet and the smoky right there. And I'm really disappointed because the sprinkles on here are chocolate coated Pop Rocks. And normally you pop them in your mouth, you chew them up, you get nice explosions. I got a couple of little tiny pops going, but not what I was hoping for. So I don't know if it's the fact that they were just kind of sitting out on the counter, if they lost some of their pop, or if it has something to do with it being stuck in the vanilla coating. I've used them before. I used them in some truffles that I made and they were fine. Not sure what happened here. So anyways, popping wise, a dud, but flavor wise, still very tasty. If you enjoyed our time together, please like, share, and subscribe. Click the bell if you want to be notified when new videos come out. I'd love to hear about your results if you decide to make your own bacon candy, as well as suggestions for what you'd like to see in future videos. I have a friend who used to do quality control at an M&M factory. He got fired when they found out he was throwing away all the W's. I hope you'll join me next time. For the coated bacon, we're back to using the Ghirardelli mince. You can also, bleh, bleh, bleh.